Possum's like, ah!
I drove yesterday. I didn't tell you guys this. I forgot. I drove past to drop Olive off. There was a little raccoon sitting on the side of the road alive, and I was like, does he have rabies? Because, like, the sun was out. It was in the morning. And then I was like, do I go just check in on him? Or is this how I end up with a raccoon bite and I end up in the hospital with rabies?
What did you choose?
Well, what do you think I chose?
Choose your own adventure.
I think you kept driving.
I did keep driving.
Oh, thank goodness.
But I haven't stopped thinking about him.
He's fine.
I could be like, oh, I could nurse him back to health. I think he was sick.
Yeah, as he bites your chest.
Well, you don't really go straight for the meat.
Lucy or Rita?
That's right, yeah. Roll the open.
Yeah, I don't know.
Every day.
Here we go.
Let's make it a good day. Every day. We do it our own way. Sing it out every day. Yeah, let's make it a good day. Every day. Oh, no matter what they say. Oh, yeah.
Now, here's Jason.
Hello, everybody. Hi. Let's get started. Welcome to Raccoon Daily. That's right. Welcome to the Jason Show. I'm Jace. First up, we just talked about last week about the protein craze in the food world. And apparently some bears in Colorado were watching the Jason Show. That's right.
You gotta.
Not those bears. Video from a fitness shop. Look at this, everybody. In Aspen shows bears breaking in and heading not for the cash register, right for the protein powder. That's right. They devoured protein shakes, protein supplements. They even grabbed some coffee on the way out.
God.
Yeah. And one of the hairy critters even took a dip in the ice bath. That's right. The store owner says the bears caused more than $400 in damage. That's right.
Okay.
There's no joke there. It's just what it is. That's right. She causes minimal damage every day. Give it up for Fallon, everybody. So, right before I came out, my rotary phone rang. I have a rotary phone back there, and it was Starbucks.
Okay.
It was a local Starbucks wanting to talk to me about you.
Yeah.
You caused a ruckus this morning?
I did. Thank you for. Okay, I would like to first say that I do think baristas do the Lord's work.
They
So I'd
do
like to
the Lord's work. They do.
I would like to start with that.
Yes, they do. The baristas,
amazing
we
work.
love them.
Okay, but I did have an incident today, and I did cause the drive-through line to be backed up by about a mile. Now, let me explain. Okay, I ordered just a iced espresso. I was like, can I get a little dash of that pumpkin cream cold foam? Just a little bit. She's like, yes. And I was like, sweet. I pull up, and they hand me the cup, and the entire cup is covered in pumpkin cream cold foam, like the outside of it. And they hand it to me, and I was like, oh, can I get a napkin? So the guy wipes the side off and hands it back, and then I realized the top it's nothing but pumpkin cream cold, like outside of it. In the divots, it's a puddle, it's a pool of it. And I was like, can I help? And I didn't know what to do, and the guy just stared at me, and I was like, help, it's covered. And he goes, well, what do you want? And I go, I don't know, like napkins, maybe to start. And then he hands me like 10, and it just won't stop because it's everywhere. And I was like, can I have something else? And he stared at me, and there was a lady in the back staring at me. I was like, anyone? And she goes, well, do you want a second cup? I go, no, I just want one that isn't covered in pumpkin cold foam. And she was like, so she took it, and she's like, what do you want me to do? I was like, I think just pour it in a different cup.
Yeah.
And then they handed it to me. My hands were covered in cold foam. I was like, do you have anything? And they gave me a wet wipe. And then when I got out, my car was covered, the whole side of it. The whole side. I had ordered just a little. I said, can it just be a little pumpkin cream? And they put the entire vat in my cup. And so it took so many napkins and everything. And then I thought, are the people behind me, do they think I'm the crazy one that's like being demanding?
Yep.
Probably.
Yes.
And I felt so bad, but I was like, come on, man.
And don't you feel the pressure when you start seeing the cars line up behind you?
I already sweat so much, and then that made it so much worse. So anyway, if you were at that Starbucks today, this once was not my fault, I don't think. So
yeah, it's not your fault. We're going to get a reputation around here because that, and then I go to this place called Caribou, which is local, not local, but it's around. We like the Caribou, yeah. There's some other states. But I'm a pain, and I know it. And the people at my normal ones know I'm a pain, and they just embrace it. And like they were training in a new guy. I won't say which one. It's one that I go to, and I order this thing called the iced crafted press with milk chocolate. But there's always so much foam. They overblend it, and it's like $8, and half of it is foam. So I always say, can I get the iced crafted press with as little foam as possible? And I heard one of the people training a new kid, and the guy that's been there for years, he looks at the new kid and he goes, he comes in all the time. He's a little bit of a pain. And I just laughed. I looked at the kid and I go, I am, but I do tip well. I try to tip well, but
That's good.
I do, yeah. Let's get started, everybody. It's time for the hot dish. Roll it, Leo. Here we go. Let's do some hot topics. They need to fix that recipe, though. Fix it, Caribou. Okay, it's time for the dish. Box office bomb is where we begin. One new movie could be the biggest loser of the year. Check out this headline from Deadline.com. How Tron Ares ran off the grid. Disney movie set to lose more than $132 million. After 2 weeks in theaters, the Jared Leto helmed movie, starring movie, just hit the $100 million box office mark worldwide. Now that sounds good, y'all, but the movie cost $220 million to make, and another $100 million to publicize and promote.
Interesting.
In the article, one Hollywood insider said it's insane that Disney would spend that much money on a Jared Leto sci-fi movie.
Yeah.
Because here's just the harsh truth. There's two things about this. First, that insider is right. Jared Leto isn't a movie star that can open a movie. And if he ever could, it was years ago. No one sits around their coffee table and goes, hey, Vern, let's go see a Jared Leto movie. No one is ever saying that. And number two, Vern. Anyway, and then number two, this is a ride looking for a movie. And what I mean by that is I go to the Disney parks a lot. I love Disney. But I think what happened was they had this franchise, they had this Tron franchise that's never been huge. It's always been niche. The original Tron had a very niche kind of cult classic feel to it. Then they made Tron Legacy, I think in 2010, 2011. It did okay. And then they built these rides. They have a Tron ride in Shanghai Disney. They have a Tron ride, the duplicate one in Disney World. And I think the big wigs at Disney are like, oh, we have this IP. We have this intellectual property. Let's make Fetch happen. And Fetch is dead.
Yeah,
I mean, it's dead. And just stop it. This is a franchise that's never going to get out of first gear. It's just not.
I realize I'm not the audience for Tron probably, but I feel like I usually hear about Disney movies, even if I'm not like a huge fan. The fact that they spent $100 million promoting this, I never even heard. The only reason I knew about it is because in radio, they'll give you a list of movies that are coming out this weekend that you can talk about. And I was like, oh, Tron's coming. There's a new Tron movie? That's how I found out about it. I didn't see any promotion with Jared Leto at all for the movie.
No, and it got horrible reviews, which didn't help word of mouth. It's just, again, it's a middling franchise with a niche audience, and it's never going to be a global dominant franchise. So kill it. Next, sticking with movies. But I love the ride. I do love the ride. I just want Disney to know I love the ride. Sticking with movies, just over a month to go until the second Wicked movie hits theaters. Now that's the yin and yang of movies here. Director John Chu made news last week when he revealed that a famous actor is going to be the voice of the Cowardly Lion right there in Wicked for Good. Now we know who it is, and it is...
See you in Oz.
Coleman Domingo. Let me rephrase that. Oscar-nominated actor Coleman Domingo. The Lion, along with the Dorothy, the Tin Woodsman, and Scarecrow, will appear in the sequel, which again opens literally a month from today.
I'm so curious how much of that cast will be a part of this movie. Like, and also, Coleman's probably been like, come on, when do I get to start promoting this, guys? Like, this is a big movie. And he's probably so excited he can finally say he's playing the Cowardly Lion.
I have a feeling we're not going to see much from the little girl from Kansas and the Scarecrow, just because of the story, and I've seen Wicked the musical. They don't come in until basically the back half of the movie. And I think we're going to see very little of... Well, maybe very little of Dorothy, but the other characters a little bit more. This is great casting.
I agree, yes.
The internet is just glad that it's not James Corden. Oh. That's right, yeah. I don't feel the way. I get that there's rumors that he's been a pill in restaurants and stuff. I don't get the amount of hate that the internet spews on James Corden.
I know.
They hate him. The internet hates James Corden. So that was the headline, the positive about Coleman, and then everyone breathing a sigh of relief that it wasn't James Corden, yeah. We have more Dish when we return. Back in a moment. I mean, he's not my favorite person, but I don't think he... Welcome back, everybody. Thank you for spending some time with us today. Welcome back. Interview regret. Today's show host Savannah Guthrie is sharing a moment on the show that she wishes never happened. It came up during a Q&A with Andy Cohen on Monday's episode. Watch this.
I asked Khloe Kardashian like 10 seconds before we were going to break about the rumors that her father wasn't her father. I was so embarrassed because I felt like all this pressure I just started, and I felt like the producers wanted me to ask this dishy question, but I didn't want to. So I let the time be running out till we were up against a hard break. So at the very end, I'm like, and Khloe, like, what about this rumor that Robert Kardashian's not really your father? And they were like 10, 9, 8. And I was so embarrassed. And she was such a class act. And she's like, nothing to it. And it was like, we made the break, and I forever...
You asked the question.
I asked the question. I didn't want to. Khloe was a total class act.
We all have one of those in this biz. By the way, that interview happened back in 2012. So our executive producer, Jeff, asked us if the two of us, because, again, Fallon, other than this job, has a hugely successful radio show, Fallon and Colt on KDWB. That's right, yeah. She's also a professional dancer. You can hire her for birthday parties. So you, ladies first, you have one?
Yeah, mine was 2012 as well, which is interesting. So I had just moved to Minnesota. I had worked in very small markets, and I got to interview for the release of the Hunger Games cast, Jennifer Lawrence, everyone. And I was so nervous. I had never done a big interview like this. So this is a girl who plays Rue in the movie. She's probably a 9-year-old actress. Now, I want to remind you, I was very new. So I go, and how they have it set up is it's one of the guys, I can't remember his name, he was like a heartthrob, Jennifer Lawrence and her. I would never ask this today, but I'm like, so are you dating anyone? To the guy, right? To the guy. And then I go to Jennifer, and they specifically said, don't ask her about her dating life. So a woman appears from behind a curtain to be like, And then I was like, oh, I got in trouble, and I panicked and didn't know what to do. And I was like, and you? Dude, like a 9-year-old. A 9-year-old. Asking her if she's dating anyone. I was like, even in the moment was like, what an idiot. Like, what is wrong? And then I could barely recover. It haunts me to this day.
What's the dating scene like in the 5th grade?
Oh, my gosh. I was like, this is, yeah.
Is it third grade? Oh my God.
Guys, trust me. It was like, I would never ask anyone about their dating life. That was very amateur. They should never let me interview that cast. Yeah.
Mine and I had the same thing. I think about this, no joke, about 3-4 times a year, which is a lot for anything. When I see her, my butt clenches. Like I just, And it's Emilia Clarke from Game of Thrones.
Yeah.
Now, I was interviewing her for this. I was at a junket. This was in person. I was in New York. I can't remember the rom-com. It was like a... What was it? Me Before You. And I sat down, and guys, just know that unlike Fallon had an excuse, God bless her, I didn't have an excuse. I had been doing this job, interviewing celebrities at that point for like 20-some years. I know what I'm doing. I sit down. I've done hundreds of these. I sit down, and I look at her, and this is what I go, hi. I have to admit, I'm not a big Game of Thrones fan. And she looked at me like this. Like, why would you start a conversation busting on her main gig? You know what I mean? And I go, no, I just mean, and then like you, I felt like, oh God, and I tried to backtrack, and I'm like, I like it, but I don't. Anyway, let's talk about your character. And she looked at me like she just wanted to slap me across the face, and I felt so bad. I was embarrassed, and even her co-star was just kind of like, you're a moron. Like, well, you know, and I just left. Yeah.
That is awkward. Working in radio, one of the things that annoys me is when people come up to me and they'll be like, I don't listen to your show or whatever. I'm always like, I don't care. Like, I don't think everyone listens to my show, but why did you have to come up and start the conversation that way?
Yeah.
Just say hi. Like, I don't know. And I'm always like, okay, I probably don't shop at the store you work at or whatever, but I would never walk up to you and be like, I don't shop at your store, but so I always find that to be like the weirdest intro. I don't assume everyone listens to my show.
I had a guy, I was at a store, and I got ready to walk out, and this gentleman comes up and he taps me, and I got scared. I'm like, oh, hello. And he kind of just popped out of nowhere, like behind a box or something, and I said, hi. And he goes, yeah, I don't really like your show, but which is fine. I have family members that don't like me, you know. But I said, okay. And he goes, yeah, but my wife does, and she's out in the car. Can you go say hi to her? And I'm like, so I walk out. He goes, yeah, just tap on her window. So I go out to the parking lot, and she just said,
You did?
Colin looks at me and he goes, don't you dare. And I go, well, so I go out to the car and I don't go up to her, but she makes eye contact with me, and I didn't have my glasses on, so I look like this, and I go like this, I go, and she looked at me like, oh my God, stranger danger. Like, you know, and yeah. She didn't say anything, so I don't know, I don't really like your show, but can you go say hi to my wife? Yeah. Anyway, more dish now. It's been 6 years since our last trip to a galaxy far, far away, but we almost got another Star Wars movie a few years ago. So this just came out. This is interesting. Adam Driver, who played Kylo Ren, there he is in The Last Jedi, revealed Monday that he actually wanted to do another Star Wars movie after 2019's The Rise of Skywalker. And that was, guys, you remember, that's the last Star Wars movie we've had. We haven't had another one since. It was going to be called The Hunt for Ben Solo, the name of his character before he turned to the dark side and became Kylo Ren, just like his granddaddy, Darth. Driver says everyone at Lucasfilm was on board, but then they took it to the big guy at Disney, Bob Iger, and Bob was like, yeah, thanks, but no thanks, we'll pass. He didn't understand, he didn't understand how Ben would still be alive after he kind of died and disappeared into Jedi dust in The Rise of Skywalker.
That's
which
true.
I get it.
Yeah.
But Steven Soderbergh, the director behind Aaron Brockovich, was on board to direct this. So if Adam, who's picky, was willing to do it, and they had Steven Soderbergh.
Yeah.
Why? Oh my God, bring them back from the dead. I mean, you know what I mean?
Yeah, and they're Jedi magic or something out there.
They brought Bobby Ewing back on Dallas.
Yeah,
you know what I mean?
They could do it.
Put Ben Solo in a shower. It's fine. We're done. It's all a dream. Some people, yeah. Rise of Skywalker for some is such a bad movie, they should just make that a dream. But yeah, I like it. I didn't, yeah, anyway, sticking with, I'm really pissing Disney off today. Yeah, I'm never going to get into Club 33. Sticking with Star Wars, next up, it's the Christmas decoration I never thought that I needed until now. So listen to this, everybody. Some of you have bought this. Look at this. Yeah. Home Depot is causing a disturbance in the Force with a new animated LED R2-D2. It stands 3.5 feet, basically almost life size, and it has lifelike movements. It's sound effects, and if you want, you can drape Christmas lights over it. Wow! Even at $299, Home Depot cannot keep them in stock. And then what people are doing, they're buying them, and it's popping. R2 is popping up on reselling sites like Facebook Marketplace and eBay for more than double the price. I didn't know that we were doing this story today. No joke. Yesterday, I drove to Home Depot to see if they had any in stock. And I felt like such a loser because everyone's there looking, everyone else is there for real Home Depot things like screwdrivers and wood, nails. I'm there for R2-D2. And
Did you find it?
No, I didn't find it, and everyone's telling me I don't have a chance in blank to get it.
Okay.
I signed up on the, you can go to the Home Depot site, and it says they'll email you when it comes back into stock. I have heard from several Jason Show viewers that doesn't really work well, so I may just have to resort to bribery. I just, you know what I mean? Hi, Home Depot managers. Call me, when they come back in stock.
That was kind of like when they had the ginormous skeletons and they would sell out very quickly. Now I think that they're easier to get.
Yeah, Home Depot has a Chewbacca, but he's ugly. He doesn't really, it's not a good looking Chewbacca.
Was he hot before?
He just doesn't look like Chewbacca.
Okay, gotcha.
He looks like a mangy dog.
Okay, yeah, the Temu version.
Standing up like a human, yeah. Next in the dish, you may not realize it, but today is this date is part of movie history. Remember this?
All right, Doc, what's going on, huh? Where are we? When are we?
We're descending toward Hill Valley, California at 4:29 p.m. on Wednesday, October 21st, 2015.
2015?
Plus 10 years.
Yeah.
That's Marty McFly and Doc Brown traveling to the future in Back to the Future Part 2. Since then, October 21st is known as Back to the Future Day. Well, to celebrate, listen to this, to celebrate 80s favorite watchmaker Casio is taking us all back in time. Look at this. They're releasing this 80s style digital watch with a calculator. As you can see, it looks like the inside of the DeLorean from the movie, and it even comes packaged in a VHS tape. And you can buy it online for $120. Now, that hasn't, unlike my R2-D2, that hasn't sold out. Yeah, I think you can still find it.
Wonder why?
Yeah,
I'm kidding. I know why. I would never buy that. No, yeah.
Why would you want to? I mean, we wanted. It was cool back then. Watches. You were. I mean, I'm much older than you are. Any watch at a calculator? Oh, that was real cool.
Was it?
Oh, Texas Instruments had one, and it was real. Yeah, you were cool if you had a calculator on your watch.
I didn't know. I'm learning so much.
Oh yeah. It took very little to be cool in the 80s. I mean, very little. Yeah. Again, Home Depot, call me. That's the dish. We'll be right back. Back in a moment, everybody. Coming up in just a little bit, they are the gadgets that will make your life easier. The Gadget Guy, Steve Greenberg, is back with his list of new fall gadgets for your life. Then, what happens when you send an incredibly uncoordinated 51-year-old man into a dance competition? We're about to find out. That and more when the Jason Show continues. Welcome back, everyone. It's a good day. Well, some problems out there are really easy to solve. All you need is the right gadget, the right accessory to make your everyday life just a little easier. Here with his best problem-solving gadgets, audience, give it up for the gadget guy, Steve Greenberg, everybody. Hi, Steve.
Hey, Jason, good to see you again. And yeah, I've got some problem-solving gadgets. First problem is something we all know. It's feeling nauseous, whether it's from seasickness or pregnancy or morning sickness or hangover or chemotherapy.
Dancing, yeah.
And anything that will upset your stomach. And I have a very queasy stomach. And here's the solution. This is called Relief Band. And this watch-like thing, you wear it on your wrist, and it puts out a slight electric, gentle pulse that actually goes up the median nerve and actually shuts down the feeling of being nauseous. And as opposed to like Dramamine, which makes you drowsy, this doesn't make you drowsy. And I can tell you again from firsthand experience, you don't want to sit next to me on an amusement park ride. I'm the first guy to get sick. This really does solve the problem. So I've used it, and it works great. ReliefBand.com.
Hey, do you think, do you know, Steve, I don't mean to put you on the spot with this. You know, a lot of people, when they go on cruises, they get a little woozy. Do you think this would possibly help?
I've used this on a cruise, and it absolutely does help. I mean, you have to keep recharging. You get about 4 hours on a charge. But again, it makes a huge difference. I mean, I really do feel nauseous very easily, and this does solve the problem. So you feel a little buzzy feeling. You do feel it while it's working because it's kind of like ants in this part of your arm, but it does shut down that nauseous feeling. ReliefBand.com.
Okay. Next is a blood pressure monitor. What's this?
Yeah. So most adults, we take our blood pressure. That's nothing new. But what we're not doing is checking for something called AFib. And here's the solution right down here. This is from a company called Omron. It's their platinum blood pressure monitor. And this is the first one with built-in AFib screening technology built into it. This is really radically new. It actually uses AI to check for AFib. And AFib is really important because really we're talking about something that's widely undiagnosed. And undiagnosed, it can lead to all sorts of things like a stroke, heart disease. It can even lead to dementia. So it's really important that you know if you have it. There are treatments for AFib, and this is the first BP monitor for home use that actually checks for AFib. This could be a real lifesaver, and it's available on Amazon.
It's Steve, I'm not even making light of it. I have two people in my life that have suffered from it. This is Star Trek level stuff. The fact that you can have that in your living room, Steve, is amazing.
It's absolutely amazing. It really does work. I mean, I've actually wrestled with the issue myself, so this hits home for me. And honestly, it's really an amazing little device. And it's, again, affordable, available on Amazon, under $100. So definitely worth checking out.
That's a good, Steve, you're really gonna help people with that one. Okay,
I hope so.
This next one's a little lighter, a little more fun, right, buddy?
Yeah, so if you're looking for a gaming desktop, and that's very in right now, it's doing some really high-tech gaming out there. But really, you're looking at gaming desktops that are between $2,000 and $4,000, which is a lot of money. This is a gaming desktop that starts at under $1,300. This is from the folks at Asus, and this is the ROG G700. And it's a gaming desktop that really is amazing. It has an Intel Core Ultra 7 processor, so it can handle really intense gaming to content creation. Also, it's got these really cool features. Cool lighting, this RGB lighting, which has kind of this disco lighting going on, but also cool temps with this quad fan system. So you can really push it to its max, and you're not going to have a performance problem with it. And it's available at asus.com. And again, it's all about the price point. You don't want to be. This starting at $1,300 is a real deal, deal maker. Because for people that aren't gamers, people may not realize something like that, comparatively speaking, can run $3,000, $4,000. Absolutely, absolutely. I mean, most are in the $3,000, $4,000, even above $1,000. So this is something that's really affordable and has all the bells and whistles that a gamer wants. We're going to help save the planet with the next one, right, Steve? Okay, I'm going to move right over here. So, you want to give a gift, but you also want to give a gift that gives back. And that's what this is all about. These are from World Wildlife Fund, WWF. And these gift cards, you give a donation, and then you get to pick from 200 thank you gifts. So thank you gifts like these really cute stuffed animals. They've got some fun hats, They even got some great T-shirts. I happen to love these animal socks right down here. They've got some very cute animal socks. And what's great about it is the money that's collected goes to actually helping animals that are threatened, threatened animals and their habitats. And you really are, a lot of animal survival depends on World Wildlife Fund. So it's a great way to be part of the solution and not part of the problem. So if you go to worldwildlife.org/gift cards, you can check it out. And again, it's a gift that gives back.
Are you wearing those socks? Yeah. Are you wearing those socks right now, my friend?
Yeah, at the moment, I'm not, because I only had 4 to show. So I wanted to show them there. So I have regular socks. But I love these socks. I mean, look at these. I mean, they're really cute. This one, I mean, penguin socks.
Look at that.
You can't beat it. Giraffe socks. I mean, come on. You gotta have animal socks.
You have to. Is there a panda one in there? Is there a panda sock in there?
They have a panda sock.
Okay.
So you have to go get it. It's not in my list right here, but it is there. So they've got a zillion things. Go just check out their site.
More gadgets, more Steve when we return. Back in a moment, everybody. Welcome back. More with our buddy Steve Greenberg. Steve, before we get going, I want to give you a compliment and further proof. There's a reason we have Steve on all the time, because the dude knows what he's talking about. Fallon, we were talking before the show started. You recommended a water filtration system to get your water tasting better. And Steve, hand to Oprah Winfrey, Fallon said their water has never tasted better. And so everything Steve recommends, dude knows what he's talking about.
And really, I could say almost everything I recommend, and as things I actually incorporate in my life. So that it really is something where I've tried it out, I've seen that it really works, and that's why I recommend it. So that goes for this next part as well, because these are all things that are literally I use in my everyday life. And they're all sort of for holiday preparation, sort of. So I thought I would include it in today's segment.
The first one is what is a spin scrubber?
It's this right here. So you're having company over for the holidays, and your bathroom needs going over a little bit. This is from Casabella, and this is their Power Spin Scrubber. Let me just kind of turn it on here. Here we go. You can see this is great for when you don't have to bend over to scrub the bottom of the tub or in the corners. This will do it for you. I'm telling you, I use this all the time. It's rechargeable. It has different attachments on it. Like, this is great for a tub. This is great for the corners of a shower, for example. This piece comes out so you can close it down so it can be shorter if you want it to be. But I actually like it at this length. And again, it's rechargeable. Once you recharge it, you get about 100 minutes of continuous use on one charge, which is a lot of time. And it's so great for cleaning up a bathroom. I mean, I think this is kind of a must-have, especially as you get older. You don't want to be down there working on it.
$100, that's a lot of damn scrubbing.
Yeah, 100 minutes, excuse me, 100 minutes.
100 minutes, oh.
100 minutes on a one charge, and the price is about $55 at Target.com.
Oh, okay. Next, some wrap, a barbecue. What is this wrap?
So this is just kind of like a silly little thing that someone once gave me as a present, and I just think it's so great. This is called Chic Wrap. It's this box. You fill it with the wrapping, with the aluminum foil that you want. They also make it for wax paper and other things like that. And it's just like you just slide it out and you cut the paper off. It makes it so much easier to deal with aluminum foil. It's quickly like that, and boom, you're set. It's really a neat, easy way. It kind of has little feet on it, so it doesn't roll around on the countertops. It's great. This is about $22, available at chicwrap.com. A little nothing, but you know what? I use this like every day, so I think it's great.
Steve, let me tell you, I think that's fantastic, but let me give you another compliment. You've had a lot of technically advanced things in these segments over the 11 years, and you've had and I got to tell you, this thing was so impressive, our audience coordinator, Erin, almost passed out. She was so excited about it.
Well, I always like to say I'm not a tech guy, I'm a gadget guy. So a gadget can be high tech, but a gadget can also be something as simple as this. So this follows it, chic wrap. So check it out. And they make it for wax paper, for plastic wrap, for all that stuff. Okay, this one is an invention. This is actually, I do a lot of gadgets and I work with a lot of inventors. This is one of them. This is called Fancy Pans. This is what it looks like packaged up. This is like you're going to someone's house for the holidays. You've made a lasagna or something in one of these aluminum things which look horrible, and you want to put aluminum foil over it, but it's going to spill out in the car. This is a great way to take it around. This opens up. You put it in here like this. Now it's got a top on it. You can take it to the person's house. When you get to the person's house, you then take off the top. The top fits underneath it. Then it goes down like that. It's a really pretty way to serve your lasagna or whatever it is. And then when you're finished, instead of leaving your serving dish with that family, which you hate doing, like you wait to clean it up or whatnot, you just take it out, you give it to them, you take this back to your house, then they can take it, put some foil on it, and boom, you go home and you don't have to leave your serving dish at someone's house. Fancy Pans. It's invented by two sisters, Jane Casey and Charlene Yeager. And I think it's just a great little invention, about $35 at fancypans.com.
With a Z, right? With a Z?
With a Z. Fancy Pans, yeah, like with a Z, exactly. I'll show you the logo.
Steve, that's another one. Aaron just passed out again. It's the simple little things.
It's the easy stuff. I mean, the high-tech stuff is fun, and it's also very cutting edge, and I sort of have to do that to check that box. But these little gadgets, I love them. I love them. So, and in fact, most of them are what I showcase in my game show, What the Heck Is That? So if you check out the QR code.
Nobody gets in a plug like him. I love it. The one, the only. I love this guy so much. Steve Greenberg. Check it out, everybody. Right there, stevegreenberg.tv. We'll be right back, everybody. Back in a moment. Welcome back to the old show. Well, I referenced this in the beginning of the broadcast. Both Fallon and I also have a radio show. I have a radio show, been doing it over there for about 20 years, called Jason and Alexis in the Morning, on a radio station called My Talk 107.1, which is an entertainment talk station. And about 15 years ago, the bosses over there decided, hey, let's do a good idea. Let's have a charity event called Project Down and Dirty, where for 4 days they make their main hosts step out of their comfort zone and do crazy things for charity. One year, we lived in a rat-infested trailer on the state fairgrounds. Another year, we lived at the Mall of America and did dirty jobs there. We joined the military one year. Don't ask and don't tell. And then we ran a restaurant. We formed a rock band. We've done a musical. We did a film fest. And this year, it is Project Down and Dirty Dance. Now, and it's like dancing with the no stars. And it's all for charity. And my show is, I want to lead with the positive before I start complaining. And the positive is it's all about charity, and our show is honored. We're raising money for a wonderful organization that means a great deal to me called Gigi's Playhouse. And right there, Gigi's Playhouse is a wonderful organization supporting the beyond loving Down syndrome community, a place of support, a place of play, a place of and we have a group right here. These are some members of Gigi's Playhouse in our audience. They're my special guests. If you want to feel love, you walk into Gigi's Playhouse and you will feel love like you've never felt before. So I'm going to try to raise as much money as I can. Now, but you've heard me talk about this. I'm being very honest here. As a kid that was bullied and picked on, and I hated PE, and I was always a little puffy, I don't have a lot of confidence when it comes to physical things. I didn't play sports, and I don't like to be embarrassed. I'm wired in a way where I can do this all day long, but I'm thinking about it right now. I'm like I told Fallon, I get a pit in my stomach. I am not coordinated. I'm not a dancer, and to do this is scaring. the daylights out of me. I really am. I can do a show every day of my life, but I am terrified this week. And we start it today, and the choreographer's name is Andy. There's Andy and Gabriel. And Andy thought he was making me feel better. He's watching right now. He's a professional choreographer, and he released a video of what the choreography will be that we're doing. He thought this was going to make me feel better. So this is it. This is what we're going to be doing. You can go ahead and laugh, audience. Imagining me, the 51-year-old white boy, doing this. Yeah. So this is what I'm doing to Lady Gaga. Bjorn, what's the song called? The Dead Dance. The Dead Dance. I will be dead after I do this.
You'll be good. You'll be good.
We're doing it in front of hundreds of people on Friday, and that's how we're raising money. And I'm just... as I sit here, I have dreaded this because I am so scared.
Yeah.
I really am scared.
I would be, that looks intimidating. Like, I'm not a big dancer either, so I get it. Like, I would be very intimidated. Of course, the choreographer is going to look amazing, right? That's his job. So your job is not going to be to look like that perfect. Yours is, and I said this other day, I feel like every single other person, maybe one or two on your staff, they know what they're doing, but everyone else is probably feeling like you, like a fish out of water. So it'll be fine, but I understand the fear. Like, I get that.
Yeah, it's great. Again, I want to raise as much money, and I hope that you would think because I do this and there's a show and I can do that, you think I'm just bursting with confidence. I don't. I do not, and I have not. And I just sit here and I'm just, I'm very worried for this week. The only saving grace is I raise money for Gigi's and And I get to be alone in a hotel for a week. I mean, there is that, yeah.
That's not too shabby, yeah.
No, my husband works from home, and and he's been home a lot more. So I'm like, oh, okay, this is good. I get to stay at a lovely hotel by myself. But they have a schedule. I really won't be. I will literally be leaving here and dancing the schedule basically all day long, all night long, and then I'll be going to bed. And so when you see me on the Jason Show for the rest of the week, if I've instructed director Leo, like, this is the closest I will allow a close-up. Leo, pan out a little bit more, Leo. Pan out a little bit. Keep going, Leo. Keep going, Leo. That's about it. That's what I will allow this week.
Okay,
yeah.
all right.
We'll be right back. Back in a moment, everybody. Welcome back, everybody. Welcome back. Hey, a reminder, it's a really easy way to show your support and raise money in the fight against breast cancer. During this month, during October, we're selling the special edition pink Jason Show t-shirt. All proceeds benefit the Hope Chest for Breast Cancer. You can buy the shirt online at jasonshowstore.com. And a shout out, one more shout out to everyone celebrating their birthday in our audience today. They all get the sash, VIP treatment, and more, and thanks to Home Furniture. We'll be right back. Welcome back to the show, everybody. Don't forget to follow us on social. Give us a follow. Fallon on Air, Jason Matheson. Yeah, follow us on social. You get to keep up with all the activities this weekend with the dance. I'll even maybe release a few clips of some rehearsal. Right. Yeah, I don't even know what to wear. Like I have like short shorts. I don't know. I don't know what people. Yeah, I don't know.
Why not?
I shaved my legs. I got my legs all ready.
Oh,
but
perfect.
Yeah.
Stunning.
I don't know.
Yeah.
I haven't even packed. Like, I don't even know. What does one bring to a dance school? I don't know.
I think a sweatband.
I know.
Yeah.
Do you know, but I'm such a nerd. You know what I've been doing? And this reference will fly by you. But to make myself not cry from fear, I've been playing the Fame theme song. And because Fame is about an art school, so I've been going around my room, like, go, remember, Anyone that's seen Fame is laughing right now, but I just to try to get my mind in a
Do what
good.
you have to do.
Yes. Hey, a shout out to two special ladies in the audience. They left feathers in our restroom. That's Deanne and Jolene there. Yeah. We love you, Jolene. Happy birthday, love. Fallon looked at them in the commercial break and went, "Did you guys go to the bathroom before the show?" And I said, "Fallon, we don't ask guests that." And you said?
Well, I saw pink feathers in the bathroom. I put 2 and 2 together, you know? It's like
That's going to do it for us. Tomorrow, are the steak nuggets at Arby's any good? We try them in our latest fast food field trip, and we bring along Dolly Parton. That's tomorrow. But right now, want to come see us? Scan that QR code. And if you are watching and you're a kid that's being bullied, go out there and be yourself, because no one can tell you're doing it wrong. Bye, everybody.